Okay, this next lesson is on factoring trinomials. This may be the most important thing you're going to learn in grade 10 math. All right, this is a critical lesson. So please take it seriously. Please, if you're struggling, if it's not coming quickly, this is a place to focus your attention. Work on this until it feels comfortable. Okay, it needs to be good. Okay, trust me on this. Grade 11 and grade 12 are pretty much impossible if you have a tough time factoring. The good news is we're going to take this slowly. We'll go through this step by step. Okay, so what are we doing here? We're factoring trinomials. Okay, all of the questions that we're doing in terms of factoring will be trinomials. Three terms. They will look like this: ax squared. Okay, and all that a means is it's a number. So you're going to have an x squared term, you're going to have a term with x, and then you're going to have a term with no x. Okay, so this is the focus here. And today's lesson, a will always be 1. In other words, the things you're going to factor will always look like x squared. There will not be a number in front of here, or 12 or something like that. Not today. We'll get to there in another lesson. Today it starts with a 1x squared. Okay, before we get going into those kinds of questions, let's try a couple of puzzles to start. Okay, what is this puzzle? In each diagram below, write the two numbers. Okay, we're going to write two numbers here and here on the sides of the x that are multiplied together to get the top number. So multiplied to get a 9 and added to get the bottom number. So added to get this. So we're looking for numbers that multiply to 9 but add to -6. Okay, what does this mean? What do we do here? Well, you guys know numbers that multiply to 9. Give me the factors of 9. Well, there's 1 times 9, and there's 3 times 3, right? If we take 1 plus 9, does that equal -6? No. If I take 3 plus 3, does that equal -6? No. So that's strange. How can I get two numbers that multiply to 9 but add to -6? Well, there's a big clue here. If you're multiplying to a positive number, but you're adding to a negative number, that must mean those numbers are both negative. So I'm not looking for 1 and 9. I'm going to try -1 times -9 and -3 times -3. Those both multiply to 9. Which one adds up to -6? Here we go. -3 and -3. Okay, let's check the next one out. So we're multiplying to a positive and we're adding to a positive. This must mean they're both positive numbers. So what two numbers multiply to 4 and add to 4? 2 and 2. Okay. So for the next couple of questions, pause it, try it, and then listen to me go through it. So you would pause right now to try number 3. Okay, and now I'm going to do number 3. So we want to multiply to a negative and add to a negative. Well, if you're going to multiply to a negative, one of them must be positive, one must be negative. Okay, so let's list the factors. We have 1 times 30. Well, if we're going to add them to a negative, the big one must be negative. So that multiplies to -30 but does not add up to -13. So let's try 2 and 15. So it multiplies to negative. One has to be negative. The bigger one has to be negative, because when we're adding them, it's going to be -13. And there we have it. 2 and -15. Multiplies to -30, adds to -13. Okay, next one. We want to multiply to a negative, so one will be positive, one will be negative, but add to a positive. This means the bigger number must be the positive one. So 1 and 84. Well, the bigger one should be positive, so this has to be negative. Well, that doesn't add up to 85. So let's try 2 and 42. No good, that adds up to 40. Does 3 go into there? Yes, it goes in 28 times. That's no good. 4. Yeah, that goes in 21 times. That's no good. 5 does not work. 6. 6 goes in 14. That still doesn't add up to 5. Okay. Does 7 work? It does. What a crazy number. 84's got quite a few factors here. 7 goes in 1. Hey, look at that. Those two add up to 5. So I'm going to put -7 here. Let's use a different color so you can see it better. -7 and 12. All right. Okay, keep trying these. So you're going to multiply to a negative and add to a negative. That means the bigger one is going to be negative. Okay, so we could go 1 times -24. We could go 2 times -12. We could go 3 times -8. And there you have it.